this live stream, I'll be revisiting my blog, which I started 5 years ago in 2016. And yeah, I haven't seen the blog. I mean, I have seen it, but that was only to make the thumbnail. So I haven't properly gone through the book. So I think I think both you and I will get some good laughs on the way. So let's go. So this is how I normally find my blog. First, I write Nitro at AdLabs Imagica images, and I look for one image that just doesn't make sense. So there's this image of Nitro, then this image makes sense, this image also makes sense. Here it's from the same theme park, and you can see the roller coaster in the background. Over here it's Nitro, 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 and here it's a Vekoma SLC, AdLabs Imagica can't tell the difference between a Chinese SLC actually. It's not even a Vekoma SLC, it's a Chinese SLC. Yeah, apparently AdLabs Imagica can't tell the difference between a Chinese SLC and a B&M looper. Yeah, but this is not the image I'm referring to. This image is also not the one I'm referring to. Neither is this, or this. In fact, the image I'm referring to is this. So, why is this image so weird? Well, here's why. This image is not of Nitro. This image is actually of a completely different coaster. I think it's Medusa, but I might be wrong. I think it's Medusa. But but instead of taking a picture of Nitro for my blog, which is one of the many coasters I wrote about over there, I took this image. I don't even know where I got that image from, but yeah, I took this image and yeah, we are off to a great start right now. So let's go. Let it load. Yeah, it takes a long time to load, but today internet connection's pretty decent. Yeah. So the blog's name is The Young Thinker's Blog, and if you want to read it for some reason, just read it. Just read it. The link will be in the description after I finish the live stream. But trust me, it's it's laughably bad, this blog. Yeah. So yeah, the blog's name is The Young Thinker's Blog, and let me start reading. Ad Labs Magica India Review Roller Coaster. Those are just the tags. Nitro at Ad Labs Magica India. So far, so good. Arguably, this coaster qualifies as India's best roller coaster. Right off the bat, we have one problem. I have written roller coaster without a space in between. That'll be a common theme in this video because back then I didn't know how to spell roller coaster out properly. Anyway, moving on. If you are in India, you just have to ride this coaster. It has all the characteristics of a good one. It is tall, long, thrilling, and leaves you wanting to ride it again and again and again. People who love roller coasters may even, for example, even after riding it 6 times in a row, I wanted more of the rolls and loops. Yeah, I wrote rolls and loops instead of inversions. Yep. Oh god. Okay, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. It gets really, really funny after this. So, by features, I meant elements, but back then I didn't write elements. I wrote features for some reason. So, unique curve drop. Unique curve drop, are you serious? Yeah. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah. Oh. Oh my God. A curve drop is not unique for a B&M floorless coaster, but back then I thought that something like that was really unique. My goodness. Okay, one 360-degree loop. Acceptable. I should have written vertical loop, but 360-degree loop works just fine. One dive loop, correct. One bank turn. Why did I consider a bank turn an element of a coaster? I shouldn't consider it an element of a coaster. Then one zero gravity roll, correct. Two corkscrews. I didn't write interlocking corkscrews, but yeah, there are two interlocking corkscrews. Then one full turn. Are you kidding me? It's a 360-degree turn. Why did I write full turn? Oh god. And finally a brake run. Yeah, if you consider it an element, it depends on the kind of person you are. If you consider brake run an element or not. Now I don't consider the brake run an element of a coaster, but back then I did. So makers. Yeah, I should have written manufacturers here, but yeah, I've written makers. Designed by Bolliger and Mabiard, this coaster has 5 inversions. See, I knew what inversions were. Then why did I write loops and rolls over here? So weird. It goes to a speed of maximum speed of 105 kilometers per hour and is a floorless coaster. Yeah, like this was a big deal. This opened in October 2013. I didn't even write when it opened. I just wrote, yeah, it opened in October 2013. Claim to fame. Bolliger and Mabiard's first and only Indian coaster. That's true. India's second fastest roller coaster. Fastest is Boomerang at Wonderla, Bangalore. No, 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 no. Nitro is faster than the Boomerang clone at Wonderla, Bangalore. What I meant to write instead of fastest is second most intense. Because other than the recoil, its name is not Boomerang. The name of the coaster I'm referring to over here at Wonderla is Recoil. It's the most intense coaster in India, and B&M coaster is the second most intense. Oh God, man, I messed this one up. And there are actually two other Vekoma boomerangs in India, but I didn't talk about those. And yeah, of course, this is the tallest coaster in India. Rating as an Indian rider, 4 stars. Rating as an Indian child, 5 stars. Why did I write Indian rider and Indian child separately? I don't know. But, oh god. 4 stars and 5 stars for a standard B&M floorless coaster? No. Just no. I'd rate it around 3 stars. I think 3 stars is about right for this coaster. It's not all that forceful, and over the years it's gotten a little slow, but overall it's still a pretty nice ride. Okay, and yeah, so this is what I wrote 5 years ago. Again, some more tags, and wow, people actually liked this blog. And let me tell you this, I have no clue who these people are, okay? These aren't family members. So these are complete strangers and they have actually seen this blog, so that's nice. I don't know why you like this, because I certainly don't. But yeah. And oh yeah, the second one is way more funny than this one. So let's go to my next post. Volare, Prater, Vienna, Austria. Volare, I didn't even write Wiener Prater, but yeah, Prater, Vienna, works well enough. So, this unique, oh god, this unique flying roller coaster is situated in Prater. I'm gonna stop myself right there. This roller coaster has been cloned to death. Oh god, why did I write unique? Why? Okay. It's situated in Prater, Vienna. The park itself is of historical significance and is perhaps one of the earliest amusement parks in Europe. Yeah, it's one of the oldest in Europe, so I got that right. When I visited the park in May 2015, actually I didn't visit it in 2015. I visited it in 2014 or 2013, if I'm not wrong, on a rainy evening. One visit was not enough because all the big rides, yeah, right, big. The biggest rides over there were this Volare, the Zamperla Volare. Again, it's pronounced Volare and not Volaire. So that's a common mispronunciation coaster enthusiasts make. So yeah, this Zamperla Volare and the Vekoma Boomerang were the largest coasters over there. Sad life of being brought up with tiny clone roller coasters. I came back the following day, a sunny one, to experience the big attractions. Volare was the ride I was most excited about. After all, there are few places that allow such excitement for a person who's 130 centimeters tall. Oh boy. Again, in India you have to be 54 inches to ride most of the extreme roller coasters. In fact, so fun fact, the roller coasters in India, they're uh, they're Their level of how extreme they are is not measured by airtime, rather measured only by inversions. So if a roller coaster has even one inversion, you have to be 54 inches to ride it. In some very rare cases, you have to be 52 inches, but in most cases, you have to be 54 inches tall. But yeah, here, yeah, that was when I hadn't gone to the US or the rest of Europe to go to theme parks. So yeah, that at that time I didn't know that you could ride extreme roller coasters even when you're 48 inches tall. So this was pretty nice though. Yeah. About the ride. The ride gets its name from the Italian verb to fly. So far, so good. This flying roller coaster is 23 meters high and has a 420-meter long track. The website describes it best for teenagers, adults, and courageous people. Um, you're not wrong about it being courageous people. I just don't think if what the website thinks of courageous is what I think of courageous, because you have to be courageous and in a very different way to ride this coaster. Yeah, that's true. Whether you're a child or an adult, you need to be very courageous to enjoy this one. Yeah, you do. You certainly need to be very courageous to enjoy this coaster. And you also have to be brought up by Panfaris to enjoy this coaster. You have to be brought up with extremely rough coasters to enjoy this. Yeah. To get into the car seat, riders climb a ladder and stand in the car seat right, with their hands outstretched above their head. Once the safety cage is closed, the car reclines. The car has four seats that hang from an upper rail at a 45-degree angle. The car is then lifted up into a flying position while holding the riders inside. This coaster comes with a unique spiral lift hill. Yeah, it's unique to this model, so I'll accept that. In which a tall spinning column with two vertical poles connected to it, which push the cars up the spiral track. Alright, I got this right. Experience. Wait, where was I? Yeah, experience. As you lie on your stomach in a flying position, waiting for the flight, you spiral your way up to the top of the lift hill, enjoying two 360-degree views of the park. As you go higher, it gets scarier and scarier. No, it doesn't, because the coaster really isn't that tall. But yeah, again, back then I wasn't a hardcore coaster enthusiast. So yeah, this is okay. It's acceptable for now. The fun starts now. I'd use the word fun very loosely right now. At the apex of the spiral lift hill, you can see the entire ride ahead of you on the left. A drop followed by a 90-degree left bank turn. It's actually not 90 degrees, it's 180 degrees. Introduces us into one of the two barrel rolls. Another bank turn and a drop later, a right bank turn takes us into the second barrel roll. This is followed by two left bank turns and then two right bank turns. Huh? No, that's not the sequence of the roller coaster. But whatever. That turned into a long landing platform. Actually, the landing platform isn't that long. As I experienced flying at 50 kilometers per hour, I felt like a hawk. Yeah, this was when I hadn't been on a flying coaster, so it was a pretty new experience for me. Features: one spiral lift hill, two drops, two inversions, two barrel rolls. Not to be confused with heartline rolls. Yeah, I don't think these are actual heartline rolls. I think they're inline twists or inline rolls. I think they're inline rolls. Yeah, they're not heartline rolls. But why did I write inversions and barrel rolls separately? I don't know, and I'll never know. Then seven bank turns, because yes, I still considered bank turns elements of a coaster. And then a landing platform. Yikes. Makers. Zamperla had six similar roller coasters. This one has been operational since 2004. That's correct. Claim to fame. Volare is perhaps the only coaster with a spiral lift hill. Are you kidding me? I had just written that Zamperla has six similar roller coasters, And right after that, I wrote Volare is the only coaster with a spiral lift hill. Are you serious? God, I really messed up this one. And I think this is my best. Yeah, it's gonna get really funny after this. It's one of the few flying coasters in Austria. I think it's the only one in Austria that's a flying coaster. If you're less than 54 inches tall, then this is one of the very few flying coasters you can experience. Nope, 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 nope. There are a couple of other there are actually a few other flying coasters you can experience when you're under 54 inches tall. Rating. As an Indian rider, 5 stars? Are you what? 5 stars? My God. Why did I ever think this coaster was 5 star worthy? Why? How is it 5 stars? How? Man, I think this coaster is 2 stars at best. It's 1.5 stars to 2 stars. Yeah, this coaster has its moments and it isn't as rough as everyone says it is, but yeah, comparing it to all the coasters I've been on now, this coaster is pretty bad actually. Yeah, why did I rate it 5 stars? God, was I crazy? Yeah, I was crazy. Only an insane person would rate this coaster 5 stars. Alright. Next post, Hula Loop at Essel World, Gorai, Mumbai, India. I didn't even put a comma over there. Okay, here's the next post, and while this is loading, I'll just check the health of the stream. Alright, there seem to be 2 viewers right now. Okay, good enough. Hold on. Okay, I think it's loaded by now. Nope, it's still loading. Still loading. I don't know why it's taking so long to load. The internet connection seems to be okay. Yeah, see? Hula Loop, SL World, Gorai, Mumbai, India. Should have put a comma there. Posted by the Young Thinkers blog. Yeah. Man, Coaster Master is it's it's such a good name compared to this. If you're at SL World, India's oldest, largest, and most visited amusement park, looking for a looping ride, I should have written roller coaster with inversions. My God, I sound like a GP. And again, this was when I was a coaster enthusiast. I know for most of you guys, this would classify as GP, but I was a coaster enthusiast in 2016. My God, this is insane. Looking for a looping ride, this is the only one. During my numerous visits to the park as a child, the combination of high-pitched rider screams, the amazing inversion, and rider reviews make this a special ride I wanted to grow up for. Yeah, that's true. That's really true. I'd waited I think 6 years, 6 to 8 years to ride this coaster. Yeah, it was a huge deal for me. Yeah. Again, so fun fact, in 2013, I didn't grow my height. In fact, I lost an inch, and just I was less than an inch shorter than 50 inches. So I was so frustrated on I think at least 30 visits to SL World where I was less than sorry, in at least 15 visits to SL World where I was less than half an inch shorter than 54 inches, and I was not allowed on any of the big coasters. So yeah, when I did turn 54 inches, I really I had really high expectations on Hula Loop. My God, how disappointed I was. As luck would have it, before I grew up to be 64 inches, I could experience several inversions at Prater, Vienna, and Adlabs Magica. Not to mention Fun World as well, where I rode my first inverting coaster. Yeah, it was a Astro Express by IE Park. About the ride, the most prominent feature of this ride is the loop. It looks like a real hula hoop. Yeah, that's okay. Only that it stands vertically. At its highest point, it stands 36 feet tall. The track runs for 365 meters and lasts up to 1 minute 20 seconds. There are two trains, each with 12 rider capacity. Yeah, it is 12 rider capacity. I got that right. Three cars and a 2 plus 2 seating. Yeah. It should be 2 times 2 seating, but whatever. Right now it doesn't matter. This makes it a fast moving queue. No, it's not a fast moving queue. It really isn't a fast moving queue. Um, Again, the operations at SL World are pretty decent, but the queue on this coaster, it's not fast moving at all. I think it's mainly because of it's not because of the park really, it's mainly because of our attitude towards queue lines and stuff like that. But yeah, it is relatively high capacity for the kind of coaster it is. Although Hula Loop came to India only in 2007, this ride is based on the ZL42, Cyclone 42, originally built in 1991. Originally designed in 1991 actually, but okay. This is a slow ride, perhaps because of the old design. Although many others enjoy the ride or find it scary because of the loop, I think this ride is rather short and has older thrill features. It doesn't have corkscrews, bow ties, or zero gravity. I should have written airtime. Uh, Whatever. The highlight remains the loop inversion. Why did I write loop inversions? I should have just removed the inversion and kept it at loop. Anyway, experience. The train cars climb a steep lift hill at a 45-degree angle. Actually, it's not 45 degrees, it's 30 degrees. It's not 45 degrees. Why did I think it was 45 degrees? No, it's a 30-degree angle to reach the ride's maximum height. A U-turn, 180-degree turn, but at that time it all meant the same to me. Towards the right results in a steep drop. Hey, steep, right, 45 degrees. Why did I ever call 45 degrees steep? Mirroring the 45-degree lift hill. No, it doesn't mirror the 45-degree lift hill. A downward left bank turn introduces us to the 360-degree loop as we exit into another lift. A left U-turn takes you into a hurricane drop. What? No, 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 no. It's just a standard helix. An awful, really, really shaky helix. And lift leads us into a right bank turn. Based on my experience, I expected this ride to be smooth and amazing. Unfortunately, the experience fell short of my grand expectations. The ride jerked a lot. Okay. Um, I refuse to comment more on this. Uh, my head banged against the safety hold throughout the ride. Yeah, I should have written restraints. Taller individuals don't seem to be as troubled as their head is above the safety hold. Yeah, but I bet they would have lost their. I bet their necks would hurt a lot. But yeah, taller individuals do get off this ride easy because my ears and my heads hurt. My head hurts every single time I get off this coaster. It's awful. Features. I'm gonna call it features from now on, even though it should be elements. 5 lift hills. 5 lift hills! Oh god! Oh my god, 5 lift hills! No! No, it's 1 lift hills and five lifts. I don't even know what to call it. 5 times when you go up. 2 U-turns, 45 degrees drop, 3 bank turns, hurricane drop, 360-degree loop, landing. My God. Why, why did I allow this to get posted? God, these terms are they're so GP. Makers. This ride was most likely designed by Pinfari, as it seems to be identical to the ZL42 model at Barry's Big Dipper, installed at Barry's Big Dipper at Barry's amusement park, along with an obscene amount of other amusement parks around the world, if I might add, and Magic Loop. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, I just gave 2 examples. I should have just written an obscene amount of installations. Claim to fame, India's first looping coaster. Yeah, that's actually true. Unfortunately, this is India's first looping coaster. Rating as an Indian rider. 3 stars as an Indian child. 2 stars. What? No, no, no. At the absolute most, this coaster is 1 star. I'd say it's half star, but if I was being really lenient on it and just giving it grace points left, right, and center, it would be 1 star. Why did I write 3 stars? This is the absolute worst coaster I've been on. It even beat Green Lantern for the worst coaster I've ever been on. How did this get a 3 star rating? Ugh. There's no official record of the designer or manufacturer of this ride online. Back in 2016, there wasn't. Now on RCDP, there is. And yeah, it is a Pinfari roller coaster. So, the next host, Enchanted Airways at Universal Studios Singapore. At the age of 6 years, this was my first visit to Universal Studios Singapore. I was excited about riding big rides, but I wasn't allowed in any of them except Enchanted Airways. Yeah, back then I considered Enchanted Airways a big coaster. Wow, this image is actually quite nice. I wonder where I got it from. This was one of the few coasters that allow kids 36 inches and above to have an amazing ride. Most require you to be 42 to 54 inches tall. This was also my first experience of a banked turn. My first experience of a banked turn. Oh God. Kids aged 6 to 7 would find this ride amazingly awesome because it has thrilling turns and exciting drops. No, it doesn't. Although most adults may not, I'm sorry, will not find it exciting enough because the ride is perhaps too short. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I forgot to mention that it's extremely boring for adults. About the ride is located in the far, far away zone inspired by the world of Shrek. The ride goes through moments and characters of Shrek movies, and the train is customized to look like Donkey's beloved dragon. Experience. When I sat down and waited for the ride, I felt very excited. As the train went up the top of the ride, I enjoyed my life's first bank turn. My God, I was crazy about bank turns back then. And it was only a 30-degree bank turn. Wow, I feel so silly right now. I screamed with delight at a bank turn. I rode the same ride again and again till the end of the day. When I rode it the second time, I enjoyed it the same as the first time. It can be repeated again and again. My God, I know I wrote this when I was very young, but and the English here is surprisingly good considering how bad my English was back then. But yeah, why am I using these kind of words? And I didn't even mention Junior Coaster. Oh yeah, here it is. I did mention Junior Coaster. This ride is very smooth and fast one. No, this ride is very smooth. It's exceptionally smooth actually, but it's not fast. It runs a short distance, approximately 350 meters, and a height of 13 meters. This ride has no inversions, yet it is an excellent junior coaster to be enjoyed by a family. So yeah, in 2016, I was one of the people in India who appreciated inversions more than airtime and other elements. Yeah, I was so much of a GP back then. And again, I was still the bare minimum of what you would consider a coaster enthusiast. But yeah, I sound a lot like a GP, but trust me, I devoted a lot of time to being a coaster enthusiast. But yeah, this is the plight of an Indian coaster enthusiast, of a coaster enthusiast in any country that's not overpopulated with coasters. You don't have people with you who talk to you about coasters, and therefore you would write stuff like this, and you wouldn't even know that this is so immature and just outright wrong. The entrance to Enchanted Airways is located on in the main street on the far, far away land. The queue is located within a medieval style tent which features a variety of Shrek theming and other dragon related things of far, far away. The queue eventually leads to the load station where guests are sorted into their rows in front of air gates. Riders are seated in a dragon-themed train in pairs with a lap bar restraint. The train is taken up a friction wheel lift hill. No, it's not a friction wheel lift hill, it's a booster wheel lift hill. How did I mess that up? The train has taken up a booster wheel lift hill to a height of 13 meters, 43 feet. At the top of this hill, riders can see across Universal Studios Singapore's lagoon and towards the areas of the park. A small drop. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. I wrote small drop over here, but up here I wrote large drops. Wow, so inconsistent. I would never allow anything like this on my channel today. The queue eventually leads to the load station where guests are sorted into their rows in front of air gates. Riders are seated in a dragon-themed train in pairs with a lap bar restraint. The train is taken up a friction wheel lift hill to a height of 13 meters. At the top of this, I already said all this. Helices. It should be helixes, but helices is fine. The train then dips diagonally under the lift hill before elevating and upping the back end of the station and passing over the top. The train then runs back parallel with the lift hill before entering the two separate helixes, and entering the brake run. Throughout several times, the train passes themed elements like Shrek Swamp, a forest, and medieval areas, not to mention a massive tower as the centerpiece of the whole ride. How did I miss that? It's even in the picture right here. How did I miss that? Throughout several times, the train passes themed. I already said this. Exit path leads riders back to the far, far away plaza. Features: one friction booster wheel lift hill, three drops, one hurricane drop. It should have been a curved drop. One right turn, one right bank turn. Actually, it actually should be one right unbanked turn and two other bank turns. Makers made by Vekoma in March 2010. It is one of the two coasters at Universal Studios Singapore that allow 36 inches tall riders. It uses friction wheel. It uses booster wheel lift hill, while most others use a chain lift hill. Rating as an Indian rider 4 stars. Yeah, for a junior coaster, I would rate it 4 stars, and as an Indian child, yeah, definitely 5 stars. This is one of the best junior coasters I've been on. It's just an incredible junior coaster. Yeah, so far the ratings here are decent. Okay. Next post, Super 8 Bahn at Prater, Vienna. Okay. Oh, hey, two other people have joined the stream. Well, that's nice. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Okay. So, when I first visited Prater, it was a rainy evening. Hold on. Yeah, when I first visited Prater, it was a rainy evening. I looked longingly at enormous high thrill rides. Enormous and high thrill. And again, this was before I went to Six Flags Magic Mountain. So, yeah, this was still enormous and high thrill for me. Again, Six Flags Magic, although Prater was when I first got interested into roller coasters, Six Flags Magic Mountain really showed me the scope of what roller coasters could be. Nearly all of them were closed on account of rain. In spite of that, I couldn't hold my excitement and jumped around with joy like a monkey looking at the feast of coasters in front of me. A few functional rides saved me from disappointment, and the last of them was none other than Super 8 Bhan. About the ride, Super 8 Bhan means super fast figure eight train. True to its name, Super 8 Bhan is a super fast train coaster. Super fast! No, it's not. It's moderately fast. It's also the largest roller coaster in Wiener Prater, located in Quadrant 4 next to the Heritage Ferris wheel. Wow, I actually got that right. It was designed by Pinfari, not to mention the best Pinfari coaster ever made, Italy, as model FC80. It was the first non-looping coaster introduced by Pinfari. Wait, really? I don't think so. No. Really? I didn't know that. I need to check. Pratar is the first and only place it was installed in and has been operational since in the park since 1997. So yeah, this is one of the very few non-cloned coasters at Pratar. This ride is 21 meters, 69 feet tall, and the length is approximately 780 meters. Pratar's official website describes this ride and in an intoxication speed, this train is in track, bombing way down and way up at breakneck speed. Adrenaline junkies will definitely get their money's worth during this nerve-wracking roller coaster. Nope. I mean, yeah, it's pretty thrilling and one of the better thrill coasters I've been on. I'm not talking about extreme coasters. I'm talking about thrill coasters. Yeah, it's one of my favorite low to moderate thrill coasters, but it's definitely not an intoxication of speed. But again, that's how Prato's website describes it, so whatever. The website also warns it is meant for teenagers, courageous adults, and children. Yeah, that's exactly what I would say. The train has two bogies. Why did I write bogies? Each with two times two seats. See, there we go. Earlier I wrote 2 plus 2 seats. Here I wrote 2 times 2 seats. See, I am getting better. And yeah, this is still 2016. I think I let go of this blog in 2017. It looked like an old worn out coaster, but the charm came alive when I rode it. I assure you, the same thing will happen with you. Although it seemed harmless to look at, I screamed my way through. Even if it has no inversions, the ride was awesome. I wanted to ride it again and again, but it was time to go home. Be careful of the brake run in the middle of the ride. Yeah, I found it hard to say mid-course brake run back then. I don't know why, but I did. But yeah, I did scream all the way through this coaster. It is definitely pretty high thrill. Yeah. Features two lifts. No, not two lifts. Four bank turns. No, it's more than four bank turns. Two U-turns. Okay, yeah. For some reason, I thought bank turns and U-turns were different. And I always called 180-degree turns U-turns. Four drops, I think that's right. One hurricane bend. Yikes. I sh By hurricane bend, I meant helix. Yeah. Again, that's what happens when you're not introduced to coasters and you have to do all the research on your own. And two brake runs, one brake turn. One brake turn. I meant uh, I meant one turn which has a booster wheels. Designed by Pinfari Italy as model FC80. Claim to fame, the first and only FC80 was built at Wiener Prater in Austria. It's the largest coaster at Wiener Prater. Yeah, that is true. As an Indian rider, 4 stars? No, no. 3 stars at best. 2.5 stars with 3 stars at best. 2.5 stars if I was using my normal system. As an Indian child, why did I even include as an Indian child in all of these blogs? Why? Yeah. Next post, Gold Rush Express at Imagica, Khopoli, India. Oh, my battery is running low. Hold on. Better fix that right now. Okay. Gold Rush Express. I think this is where the blog started to get less ridiculous and a little more. This is, I think, where you got to see how I got to be a coaster enthusiast, a much more